Give up on catching up on One Piece. It's 2024, there are over 1,000 episodes. It's too long. You actually have a life and you can't dedicate the time to it and so on. And look, all of that is fair, but you gotta do it. I just recently finished binge watching Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. And the dopamine hit that I got from watching it was completely insane. And it just reminded me of the journey I've been on with so many programs, anime, cartoons, and series. I'm talking about Game of Thrones, Peaky Blinders, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, and so much more. But what is most interesting of all is the satisfaction that I got from watching and reading One Piece, which completely exceeds them all. So what do I mean by give up on catching up on One Piece? Well, I'm old enough to remember watching the 4Kids version of One Piece. So I'm completely qualified to tell you all that One Piece has been out for decades. And with us now in the final saga, those who have not caught up may just have to give up and enjoy the journey. Let's appreciate One Piece for what it is. Forget the early animation or the fact that there's over 1,000 episodes and chapters. Because yes, you're right, it's too long. And yes, you're right, the early versions are poorly animated and outdated, but just enjoy the journey. Don't you want to understand why the One Piece community absolutely adores this manga? I promise you, we're not pretending. You see, I had to be converted too. I was hesitant. Whenever anyone ever mentioned One Piece, the only thing that will come to my mind is that program that will come on after school where the blonde guy will be sucking on a lollipop.
What?
Hey yo, that's kind of crazy. What the hell made me go with that verse?
I have no idea!
But you know what I mean. Hear me out. If you just go into watching One Piece, taking it for what it is, instead of spamming episodes, just trying to catch up to today, then you'll enjoy it so much more. It will no longer feel like a daunting task, but you'll start cherishing the anime for the magical pirate journey that it is. You'll become attached to the characters, the world building, the lore, and so much more. I personally absolutely adore One Piece. I've mentioned some other big hitters like Hunter x Hunter and Naruto, but One Piece completely does it for me. I'm a believer in that no matter who you are, there is truly something for everyone in this story. And it's crazy because as I aim to grow this YouTube channel, I will be rewatching and rereading One Piece because it's just that good. I'm not even gonna lie. But here's another thing. Everyone's experience of this anime is different. I find that sometimes the underlying messages can resonate more than anything you could have ever imagined. And as I say this, for those who know, I'm just thinking about screaming, "I want to live!" on the top of Annie's lobby. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself. To be honest, I am getting carried away because this video is telling you that you might not be able to catch up to One Piece. So I should really be explaining why you should give up on catching up on One Piece or why it's really your last chance. So first of all, if you haven't caught up, that is actually not an issue. But spoilers may become your biggest enemy. On a week-to-week basis, I find it difficult to avoid spoilers that came out just a few days ago. And so if you're really far behind, this is gonna be a massive issue. I mentioned earlier that we're in the final saga of One Piece, and I can almost guarantee that when the One Piece is finally revealed, this is going to completely break the internet and spoilers are going to be inevitable. This has been an extremely long journey and the reveal of the One Piece will change life as we know it. Okay, maybe that's a tad bit extreme, but honestly, it will completely change the dynamic of One Piece. You see, if you go onto Google right now and you type in what is the One Piece, all you're going to get are theories created by so many fans, just like myself, and what tends to happen is that there's a bunch of fans that tend to agree and have the same theory, and the most popular theory seems to be the one that's accepted by most. But this is about to change. Once the One Piece is revealed, there is going to be no way of ignoring this spoiler. No longer will you be seeing theories, but you will be seeing actual videos of whose theory was correct. Look, all I'm trying to say is that the internet wins. People are trolls and people live for spoiling. You're going to go on a random One Piece video and it's going to be like, the One Piece is X, Y, or Z. Then you're going to go on Twitter and there's going to be a tweet with the panel like, I can't believe this is the One Piece. You see, there's a few words you can use to describe One Piece. And some may say friendship, some may say goofy, some may even say adventure. given that's what Luffy is currently doing, he's going on an adventure. However, if you ask me, I'd probably use the word journey. I believe One Piece is a journey, and along the way there are so many things we run into. And I know adventure probably fits better because we have no idea what the One Piece is, but for me, I like the word journey because in my own headcanon, we know exactly where we're going. We just don't know how long it's going to take. You see, we need to get to Raftel, and to do that, we need all the road poneglyphs. Now, if we use the Roger Pirates as a comparison to the Straw Hats, we know it took them a lot longer than it's going to take the Straw Hats. And that's why I like the word journey. This feels like a journey to a place that we have no idea how long it will take. But it feels like we're almost there now. Now, I'm not sure if anyone's ever watched Shrek 2, but if you haven't, what the hell have you been doing with your life? You see, there's this scene where Donkey continuously asks, are we there yet? And I feel like that's a question I've never found myself asking whilst watching One Piece. You see, right from the beginning, we always knew that Luffy would become Pirate King. At least that's what I thought. But one thing I never knew is how he would do this. With such big names such as Whitebeard, Shanks, Big Mom, Kaido, how the hell could Luffy surpass them all to become the Pirate King? And that's One Piece, a journey to the end. But unfortunately, things aren't as smooth as this, because can you imagine being told what the One Piece is ahead of time? And I say that not to be horrible, but almost as a warning. Which actually leads me to my next point, which is the community. You see, in every community, there's a level of toxic. However, the One Piece community is actually great and has made my experience of One Piece greater than I ever expected. You see, I actually caught up to One Piece during the Dressrosa arc, which means I missed out on some of the big events which were massive in the community, including that of the Paramount War, in which is arguably the greatest arc of One Piece, Marineford. And I just wish I had caught up before and could experience all the emotions that everyone was going through at the time, the theories that were popping up, and ultimately the bonds that everyone in the community had when, well, I won't say no more, but we all know what happened. I'm not gonna lie, even when I read the chapters now, having conversations, going on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and seeing what others are saying absolutely enhances the experience so much more for me. The ability to theorize myself, the ability to be in complete disbelief as to what has just happened, and then maybe being told by some of my friends that I'm overreacting because Oda has a plan. You see, these are all things that I'm currently experiencing now that I never got to experience back then. So why this video? Well, because if you haven't caught up, just please try to catch up. Please, please, please. But if you can't, well, that's no issue either. Try and enjoy One Piece for what it is. Try to enjoy this once in a lifetime experience. I really hope that this video inspires those who feel that One Piece is far too long just to take a chance, so that they may catch up in time when we find out what the One Piece is. And I promise if you do, I can almost guarantee you will not regret it. As we're in the end game, and with recent health issues of mangaka, I am of the opinion that One Piece may no longer become a weekly released manga and could potentially drop to every fortnight. So with me just making my own assumptions, I think we have at least 5 years of One Piece left, which is absolutely insane, by the way, as I'm thinking about it now, because how am I going to feel in 5 years' time? But more importantly, I believe there's more than enough time for you to catch up, but only if you start today. And there's no excuses these days. It's not like you gotta be tuned in at 7:30 every Wednesday night in order to watch One Piece. It is so accessible these days, with the likes of Crunchyroll and Netflix having these episodes available. And if you don't have any of those, I'm sure there's someone, a friend, a family member, someone that you know that watches One Piece who can completely direct you to a completely legal website that you can watch One Piece for free. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And if you're like me and you like to read, then the manga is available on the Viz for literally pennies. Well, actually, maybe not pennies, but it's $1.99 here. And that's just a small price to pay for me to enjoy this absolute masterpiece. So I guess I'll leave it there. I don't want to talk for half an hour trying to convince anyone to watch One Piece. But honestly, spending about 10 minutes or less should do the trick. If this does go over 10 minutes, I apologize. But anyways, just watch One Piece. I'm a true advocate of this story. And if you watch it and don't like it, you can always come back to my page and unsubscribe from my channel. So the last thing I'm going to ask from you all is to drop a like on this video and share it with your friends and family and see if you can get them to start the One Piece journey with you. Peace out.